At RaiseCredit.com, business credit is the name of the game. Learn how to build credit that'll look like more money than you've ever dreamed of. Both Wall Street and Main Street offer untold riches to people with credit, and RaiseCredit.com can teach you how to get it.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Ray Reynolds here. Please write it down. RaysWebinar.com. Always like doing live webinars, okay? It's like when I broadcast twice a day, Monday through Friday, or all day Saturday, 9 classes. I've been doing this for 43 years. That's probably the reason they say I'm the #1 consultant, all right, worldwide. A lot of people they say they're credit experts. Sorry, I'd like to take any of them on, any open forum on the planet. I used to do that all the time because the truth is the truth. It will set us free. Bottom line today, information you're going to hear today, you're probably going to hear some new things if you don't know me yet. From there, we got to make sure we have our safety credit and our line of defense. Get that tablet and pen and write it down, please. As we do this, write down the office phone number so you have it handy. All right, put it in your cell phone, write it down, tattoo it in your head backwards so you look in the mirror, you see it all the time. I'm joking about that, please don't do that. So what happens is it's toll free. Now, let's think about something today. How did I, that was born in a damn taxi on the way to Gardena, this little girl, all right, got pregnant. She was just a little kid. She was born in that rich and famous billionaire family. On the way to the hospital in a taxi, I got born in the taxi. On the way to Gardena Hospital. Weird, huh? She wanted a girl, but I got a wee-wee, so I'm a boy. So she gave me a girl's name anyway, raised my middle name. Then she threw me away like a piece of trash. Oh, well, you know what I've been doing ever since I was born? I plan on the problem. I didn't get the mommy and daddy like you. And what happens is I'm not lazy like half of you. The other half, you really want to go get it? Sorry, I'm just going to tell you the truth. Not everybody likes me. Hell, nobody likes you. But I want you to do one thing. Plan on the damn problem. You fell down. How'd you do it last time? Who knocked you down? Who ripped you off? How did you basically not get to the $1 million dream? I got the $1 million in the bank at 14 and a half. So guess what? Maybe you need to listen to me for little things like safety credit. Here's the thing. All right, this is a $50,000 card times 2. That's $100,000. But personal credit, you can't write off the card or the interest rate. So we got to call it safety credit, put it in its place. In the beginning, when you got your first credit, most of you thought it was free money. Whee! And you screwed it up, most of you. Oh, well, the line of defense. Can you imagine, all right, that you drive in your city today and you're driving around and you see a bank like Chase, B of A, or Wells Fargo, and it's empty because they bankrupt that damn piece and they wrote it off on their taxes and they're still in business? How about the grocery store too? But you like bringing the pain home. You must, because you do it all the time. Do the favor, write down never bring the pain home again. We can all act like Humpty Dumpty. Big deal. Let's go get it again. My story, pretty simple. You're going to learn a little bit about me. When I was a little boy, I collected magazines. Yeah, I did. I ripped them all out. I was looking for the mommy and daddy, the dream. Could you imagine that? Oh, well. Then I actually looked at the cars, the money, and the houses too. So let's see how I did, and let's see how I'm going to get you to do. Let's hold hands. And we're going to sing Kumbaya too. See, I got to get you past go. I think you're stuck. You see, all right, it's kind of fun for me. I brought first in my 100,000 at 9.5, $1 million at 14, double billion at 26. How the hell you think I'm doing? But then I found myself in a damn coma. That kind of sucked. Oh, well. You see, we can all go boo-hoo-hoo. My first thing is I got to be with Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell, from 3 to 10 years old. Yeah, every morning she dropped me off at Redondo Beach Pier at 6:30. I was freezing. Nobody asked where my mommy and my daddy were. They didn't give a shit about me. She was a she-devil from hell. I'm sorry, but I just tell her like it is. I didn't like begging and stealing off the pier and eating out of a damn trash can because that kind of sucked. You know what I did? I learned that God gave me an IQ off the chart with total recall, and I read with both, all right, full page at a time. I wrote with both hands at the time and have fun. You know what I got? I got my Lamborghini collection. I got my yachts. I got my mansions. I broke world records too. I'm having fun. What about you? Now, why didn't you do this stuff? I put the yacht in the backyard of one of my mansions. All right, put the race boat too. How about the helicopter? And how about the Ferraris too? Isn't this fun? See, here's the thing. I want you to know I'm not full of you know what. And this is not to brag. This is to show you why aren't you doing what I tell you to do and go get it. You don't know how? I had to teach myself. Today, if you really want to get to the $1 million dream, I'll guarantee it in writing. If you do every damn thing I tell you to do, hell, if you did that, you'd be a billionaire, like I was at 26, double billionaire. Write down Ray's rules today. You know, I wrote Winning the Game of Business 43 years ago. Those people were mean to me on the 1st and the 15th. I had to move 24 times the time I was 11 and a half years old, too. That kind of sucked. Oh, well, you know, I got used and abused as a kid. But I learned one thing. I connected the dots. Corporation, write it down. It's a legal person. Write it down. Then at 9 and a half, I sent away for Helping Hand Industries. Nonprofit. You know what I got? I got $100,000 in credit right away. Having fun with the nonprofit that day. Guess what? I want 90 days from you. Could you imagine it's taking some of you 2 to 3 years to screw it all up and all your friends and family do this, do that? Sorry, if they haven't got to million to billion, why you listen to a bunch of dummies today? Give me 90 days. Let me do the work for you. I'll hand you the fish, teach you how to play. You see, at every seminar and workshop and boot camp, you're stuck with me. I never pass the buck. I broadcast twice a day, Monday through Friday, and all day Saturday, too. All right, guess what? I always like live because I don't like pre-recorded crap. You, if you listen to me, I'll drag your assets up to hell. We got to get you that $100,000 of credit and have some fun, too. Now, basically, years ago, let's think about this. In 1998, I got written up in Inc. magazine, all right, teaching people how to use $1 million cards, all right, and $50,000 cards, too. So guess what? I bet $1 million of credit from a cat. I did it for Monica's cat here in the office, too. All right, if I think I can do it for the cat, you think I can do it for you? But I got to get you to listen. The cat always went meow, 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 meow. It's pretty simple to do. You got 15 days left. Yay! You're going to screw it up. Congratulations. If you don't do your corporation, your divisions, and all your pieces right away, by the time I get it to you to sign it and ship it off to the state or the local city, guess what? They're going to take as long as they want to. 15 days left, working days of 2020. Guess what next year should be for you? You should be a winner. Could you imagine if you play with me all next year? See, what happens is you lose your job. You got an emergency right away. What happens to you? You run out of time, you run out of money, and the other thing you always do is you jack up your damn credit in 42 days, and you brought the pain home. Is that true about you? I bet you it is about most of you. See, getting to know me, kind of fun. I'm the guy that was training Ken Yarborough, all right, years ago, security chief at TRW and Asperian too. By the way, write down Credit Services Act. I want you to Google it later today. The front page of the FTC will say flat out, credit repair is a scam. They're not allowed to collect money up front. But oh well, the bottom line is someone has to rebuild you the right way. It'll refer to you to the Credit Repair Organization Act too. The bottom line is, well, that says attorneys can't do credit repair. Then why do they advertise they can? Oh, let's see. I like the one in Los Angeles. We'll bankrupt you, then we'll repair you. So you're going to bankrupt the shit, and then you're going to lie to remove the shit you just screwed up in the first place. I don't get it. Oh, well. Get to the workshop with me. I'll change your life. By the way, I invented rapid scoring years ago with Ken Yarborough and Harold Stokes. And I came up with rapid rescore, too. You know what a rapid rescore does? It blocks all your crap. It pushes your scores up to an 820. I took this off, basically, Credit Karma, because it's free to prove my point. I got them 157 points. They were in the 500s. Then I got them to an 820. You want one? Let me know. So now I need you to basically be serious for a minute as we have fun. Now let's understand something. I want to get your Social Security card out of your purse, ladies. It's next to your feet. Gentlemen, it's in your back pocket too. You got a Social Security card. Congratulations for you. Guess what? 97% the Federal Trade Commission says today are screwed up. Is that going to be you? Do you know why you got your SSN in the first place? Because they told you to get this, to get the job, which connected the 1040 tax return. Connect the dots today. Now look at the card in front of you. It'll say do not laminate. Don't use for variety purposes. Don't carry with you. It's not even your card. Guess what? There's the application you filled out as a kid. There you go. Look at the card in front of you. It'll say property of Social Administration and not you. Remember, the banks and creditors aren't supposed to use it at all. A wrapper rescore blocks all the crap and rebuilds you. Would you like me to rebuild you today? Let me know. We can have some fun. Now, here's what I like to do. Okay? I like to repackage your life, your house, your car, your bank account. Write it down. House, car, bank account. I want to get you to million. All right? And I'm not going to have any hesitation to guarantee it too. Because I'll do the work for you so you don't screw it up at all. Okay? We're going to have fun. We're never going to bring the pain home after today. Credit saved my life as a kid, as an adult. That was fun. You see what happened? All right, let's think about you today. You listen to somebody go, money for a rainy day. Is your life like mine? It never rains, it always pours. There's always 20,000 things that go wrong. Guess what today? Let's think about a $5,000 credit card. Why not? You see, here's the thing. You need $5,000 today. And I mean today, now. But you go to your friends and family, you go to your bank, and they all say no. Boo-hoo. If you had a card like in my hand or on the screen for $5,000, and we called it safety credit, and you didn't back your assets in a corner, and if you had to max it out one day to solve that problem, it's only $50 a month. I'll bet you waste that almost every other day. You know what they also say? The average person wastes $140 a week. If that's true about you, that's $600 a month. By the way, if I max out a $50,000 card, the payment is $612.26. For the same amount the average person wastes or pisses away every month, I could have got him a pizza. 2 of them. That's $24,000 of cash flow positive. Get you 2 pizzas that stay open through COVID-19. Now what's the excuse? Don't bring the pain home. See, we get to have fun. Remember what I said in the beginning today? Plan on the problem. I've done it all my life. There's always somebody who doesn't like me. All right? Are they going to knock me down and go, boo? Plan the problem and kick some assets. Safety, credit, line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. The bottom line is we're all Humpty Dumptys. At the end of the day, see it, believe it, go get it. You're going to have to believe in you. Reach your goals. I reached all my goals by the time I was 26. That's kind of fun. Me, I believe in God and I believe in me. You know, in 1981, when I broke the world record for the highest kick on the planet today, all right, that just proves white men do jump. Just stupid people say we don't. So the bottom line is pretty simple. Don't listen to some dummy say you can't do this or that. God gave you a gift and a dream. Go get it. All right? You got your SSN because you got what? A 1040 tax return. That's what it was for, period. But now you got your Experian, you got your TransUnion and Equifax too. Goody for you. Here's the problem. When you jack up a credit card past 29%, you drop your score, you get stuck, hell, you can't get any more. That's probably true about half of you, if not all of you. So let's understand the other reason you got an SSN. We're the collateral for the United States of America, incorporated, by the way, especially ever since Nixon took the gold standard out. Now, take that tablet and pen and write down and raise rules. Go ahead. Go run and go get it because you didn't listen to me in the beginning today. Then write down 100,000 of credit for you. Remember, safety credit. Personal credit, you can't write off the card or the interest rate at all. You don't use more than how much? 29%. I know somebody going, I don't need that much credit, Ray. The last time you lost your job or got your assets kicked, were you afraid about your car, your house, and your feeding your family too? Every one of us have to realize I died in COVID-9. Now we got COVID-19. What about COVID-26 coming along? You better damn be ready this time. You should have been ready now. That would have gave you $71,000 of credit to feed your family for 1 or 2 years during when you lose your job or pandemic number 19. You got a choice, but if you keep taking the money and the credit from the family and roll the dice, all you're doing is hurting your family. You're using the wrong money anyway. What's wrong with you? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. One of my theses was the international and constitutional law. Maybe you ought to read it. Never bring the pain home, because that's called silly and dumb. Why would anybody do that at all? I don't get it. So, yes, we're going to have a sad story. Boo-hoo-hoo. 5.5, I'm in a damn coma. My first one. I hit the curb going 40 miles an hour with my face. They told me never go walk again. That kind of sucks. I got up anyway. There's me in a coma in 2009. Worth billions of dollars, and I get to die. Money doesn't buy everything, by the way. There I am. That fun. July 5th. All right, 2009, 5:41 in the afternoon. Swine flu, pneumonia, pandemic 9, COVID-9, H1N1. They couldn't make up their damn mind what they're going to call it that day. There I am. But I made a promise in that coma to God. If you let me live, I'll go help people again. I'll help them every day, the rest of my life if I can. So that's why I'm stuck with you. I made my promise that day. By the way, where do you park your race boat and yacht? I'm from Show Me State. Show me's or shut up. I'm so tired of blah, blah, blah. It's like all the motivational speakers that are full of crap. They're all going to go broke. I mean, they're going blah, blah, blah to get your money to make them rich. I made my money because God gave me the brain. And then I teach people how I did it. So I was the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles for 32 years before that damn coma. So bottom line is I get to lay there and die. But I made my promise that day. Then they finally said it's H1N1 too. You see, what I got to do is pretty simple. I walked around with an oxygen tank for 5 damn weeks. I put it under my arm like a football. I got no mommy and daddy to help. Help me, please. I need to eat. I'm homeless again. Blah, blah, blah. My family needed to eat. I put my score back to an 820 in 5 weeks. I popped $1 million of credit again in 6 weeks. I don't stay down. And if you play with me, you never stay down too. See, I had to fight for everything I've ever had. And I'd rather fight and die without trying to walk away. God saved me to come help you. You going to pay attention today? Are these turned on? I pray that they are. You see, you don't get a do-over. You get to live or die. Now we got COVID-19. Maybe you should wear a mask. I know some of you are stubborn. You know, if I knew to wear a mask or a bubble around my friggin' head versus laying in that hospital being dead in 2009, I would have did that too. But the bottom line is up to you. You see, it takes a moment to die. It takes a lifetime to live. That's up to you. Which one are you going to pick? You got a choice today. Let's go get the money, please. See, I love money. It's not my top 5, but it is in my top 10. You see, having total recall, if I close my eyes right now, I can see the pier and the trash can I ate out of at 3 years old. I could even smell it too. And that kind of sucks. So money, what it does for me, I don't have to steal, don't have to beg. I can feed my family, I can pay my bills. Hell, I can help people like you. I haven't had a paycheck for 20 years. How am I doing? You got a choice today. 90% of people hate their jobs anyway. We're getting older, slower. We're not as pretty as we used to be. Go back to the job you hate. Go ahead. Eventually they're going to fire you anyway. They're going to drive an Uber, deliver some damn pizza. I don't get it. I'll never understand why people bring the pain home. Having a backup for a backup. Now, I live by the Bible. That's first. Then my books. You see, being with Mrs. Hope from 3 to 10 years old, the she-devil from hell, they had a poker game every Wednesday night. I stood outside my bedroom, which was the pantry. All right, and I wrote little notes. They thought I was weird. Probably true. But you know what they said? Are you listening? They said a corporation's a legal person. Damn. I heard my way out of hell if I could figure it out. I couldn't sleep all night. The next day I rode my little bicycle to the Torrance Police Department because I knew there was a library next door. I went into the library and said, "Ma'am, could you help me, please?" She says, "Here's a book. Here's a microfiche. This is how you look up the bugs." So, since God gave me an IQ off the chart, total recall, all right, having fun, I'm looking for what you've been looking for all your life, the blueprint, the instruction manual. Come on, you bought a book recently, How to Make Money. Oh, goody. You listen to someone else's stupid story. And then another one, How to Keep the Secrets. If they're not handing you the friggin' money, they're full of crap. The bottom line is, what I had to do, I got pissed off that day. And when I get pissed off, I take it internally. I got to figure this out myself, and I don't give up till I do. So how I brought in that first 100,000 and 9.5, a million and 14, double billion and 26, it's in the books and secrets. It's not secrets. It's called the Millionaire's Founders Kit. Books and CDs. By the way, I had $841 million of real estate under corporate structure before the coma. I wrote how to do that too in those books for the real estate too. And from there, I got to be a consultant for banks. That was fun. Buckets of money, tax balancing, and become the bank. And don't forget, I wrote Winning the Game of Business too. So understand something today. This blueprint is kind of fun. But here's the thing. I thought it was all gone until Credit Hotline closed down their office in March because they went home to get that unemployment check. We found some books and CDs in their warehouse. You know, when I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years every Wednesday night, there was a line around the hotel to get me. I used to sell that for $20,000 a pop. So if you want the first 1,000 rules, it's in the books and CDs. If you want the real estate, how I got the $841 million real estate, it's in those books too. If you want the financial series, how I took $100 million and I leveraged it to $1 billion. That was fun. It's in the books and CDs. Maybe you want to learn how to set up the division, subdivisions, and more. I wrote the rules in 1986. Maybe you want to listen a little bit more today. Who knows? The office sells this for $9.99 today. But if you did it through me during the webinar, I like to give it away to cover the shipping cost. $2.99 today. But if you don't Zelle it right away, Zelle wire deposit, how we get paid through COVID-19, oh well, call sales. If you did Zelle it for the $2.99, tell Gina at ray@rayscredit.com. She'll make sure it gets shipped right away. So now, what I want to do for all of you, I know you're going to say you have a good score. Big deal. It takes a lot more than that. I want to rebuild your credit. I want to add my histories. I want to do the rapid rescore, the credit lines, set up the articles, books, CDs, and classes with me. I want to make sure you understand and write it down. Every card you got in your purse or wallet today, look at it. It has to be at 25 to 29%, period. You're going to take your credit and make it safety credit and put it aside so it's boring. You're going to maintain an 820 credit score. I'm going to make you a qualified CFO. That way I can turn you into $1 million to $1 billionaire too. But again, you get to play with me. Rapid refresh, I'm going to block all your crap. I'm going to get you an 820 credit score. I get people this all the time. Would you like one too? Kind of fun. See, what I get to do with all the credit cards I got, I don't care which one you want to pick. You got $10 million of history. All right, there's $10 million over here. There's 50,000 cards too, but there's 10 of those. These I got to be careful because if I take it past 29%, the score drops. These suckers are paid over time. I can max them out. It doesn't hurt me at all. But I don't want to really do that. So if I take one of my cards I got, all right, and I get one for you off my card as a secondary card, what happens is I get to ask for separate billing for you. Is that okay with you? So that way you get your own account off my history. That's kind of fun after I rebuild you. Would you like $10,000 or $25,000 of credit? How much you want? We don't want to hurt the family anymore. These are my favorite cards as long as they're paid over time. All right, now if I get you one, okay, it's pretty simple. I want to call you on the phone and teach you how to push it up. I want to make sure if you want 9 more too. Could you imagine 10 times 100,000 is $1 million too? Would you like some today? Let me know if you want to play. Today, you can get a gold card through me. For basically, I build up all that, give you the phone call and all the goodies too. It's $999 for my time, and you get a phone call with me too. Pretty simple today. Zelle wire deposit. That's if you want to play. Then you tell Gina too. You say, oh, look at this. There's a donkey. Oh, they call it a jack what? Oh, you got to cover your ass. Oh, I just did. I covered my ass. You covered yours? This is the thing you got to do. It's like the ultimate thing. Could you imagine? Protecting your assets, leveraging money into millions, buying real estate under divisions, okay, and setting up the corporation divisions in the right order too. All right, letting me show you why the 2 years and give you all kinds of bonuses too. How about gold and platinums, 50,000 more of credit, All right, 10 calls with me, and I get to blueprint you too. Now, I don't sell that at all. Call office, because they're going to get as much as they can out of you. I'm only allowing 25 people in this anyway, and you only have 15 left. And if you blow it, it's okay. You've let opportunity pass you by before. It doesn't shock me if you did it again. Now, real estate. If you're going to get set up for real estate, I'm going to have to convince you about commercial real estate next year. You see, when they announced last week, a lot of people not paying their rent or their lease payments, they did find out, and they said 80% of those people were still working. They're milking their landlord. Only 20% basically needed the help. So what happens? Commercial real estate, guess what? You can basically leverage it by 10. If they don't pay, they got to get the hell out. And if they don't pay, we get some more money too. So be careful about real estate. Okay, maybe you want to fix her up or duplex, apartment complex too. Now, franchise, I like to get you a pizza. All right, they stay open through COVID-19. McDonald's, Taco Bell, Wendy's too. We can do leverage money as well. Now, when I was incorporating rich and famous people, I taught them how to get millions and billions, leveraging money and credit, 99 more ways on every card. But that's 100 million. That's too much for you. So I'll teach you maybe 3 or 4 ways, get you to at least $1 million. That's half the fun. Now, remember earlier I said house, car, bank account. Let's look at a Lamborghini, my favorite car, that I got as a kid. Now, look around at you today, and it's pretty simple today. All of you look at rich and famous people. They drive company cars, and they ride it all off, but not you. Right now, you're the registered owner for your car, so you're a duck. Quack, quack some more. Guess what happens today? When you get your paycheck, it's already been taxed. You get the leftover. What happens next? You pay your bills, you pay for a car you should not. Then you take the money and credit from the family, roll the dice. Honey, let's hurt the family some more. I don't get it. I'll never understand. Why would anybody be the registered owner of a damn car? I don't get it at all. Why? Ask yourself that in the mirror. Shouldn't you get a car under a tax ID and a fleet price and write it all off today? But no, you get your paycheck. Oh, goody. I think they call that taxable income, don't they? You're paying the payment, the gas registration, the insurance. Can you yell the word no right away? Why would anybody drive a car when all these nasty attorneys on TV, somebody bumpity bump, and all of a sudden they sue you and screw you out of everything you got? That's no fun. So let's understand something today. We got to learn how to play. Now let's look at the SS4. You ready? Now as an affiliate, I get to build credit reports for you. Try it on your own. It's not going to work. Oh, goody for you. You know the SS4, if you look at it right in front of you, line 10 says banking and credit purposes. We get to write off the cards and the interest rates, and we get to build credit reports per tax ID. The way I wrote it in 1986 and what the IRS allows us to do, because they're the rules. Write down the square and 3 more. I want you to think about something. If you have a corporation or get one, and I pray you do, don't ever let the corporation do business at all. It gets credit, that's all it gets. Then you set up the line of defense. Kind of like the Musk, kind of like the Gates, kind of like the Buffetts or the Reynolds do. They use the set, and they do what? They set up what's called the line of defense, like I wrote it in 1986. The goal was pretty simple today. Could you imagine? We don't have to bring the pain home. You see grocery stores and banks that are bankrupt today. They wrote it all off, but not you. You bring the pain home. Why? 15 days left. Oh well, countdown's already happening to you. Now, divisions are pretty simple. When I do them, I get you the division, I get you the tax ID, and I add the history to match whatever I already promised you to. And they charge $500 a piece. That's okay. But for me, if you did it through a webinar, I like to give you a discount and give you 1 phone call with me too. So what happens is if you did it right away, all right, don't be a procrastinator today, because it's the last time I'm going to offer it at this price anyway. You sell it, you wire, you deposit it. And then you tell Gina, and it gets done for you. Now remember what I get to do. I get to build credit reports under every tax ID. How many would you like? How many would you like? Again, what do we get to do? SS4 times 4. Please don't name a corporation after you. Don't name it what it does. What we got to do is set up the line of defense. We got to plan on something screwing up because it's going to anyway. Can you imagine those people that have to open and close their business because these dummies keep telling them to? You know what happens today? Those people saying the word open and close are getting paid anyway. The ones that actually losing their business, they're going to hurt their family, file bankruptcy, get a divorce, and bring the pain home. Sorry, it's just the truth. They should have saw me before they started that business that day. Real estate, franchise, current business divisions. If you allow me, I can get you up to $100,000 Inc. card or $1 million card too per tax ID. Remember earlier, I already tried to get you up to $100,000 of personal credit, but that's safety credit because you can't write it off at all. The ultimate goal is this: never bring the pain home. Raise rules. The SSN was for the 1040. The SS4 says banking and credit purposes. We get to do what the IRS allows us to do. Here you go. Pick it. Who wants to be the duck some more? Is that going to be you or Division today? Now, what I do from the beginning, if you don't know me yet, you'll get to know me. We'll have fun. If all you want me to do is get you up to the 820 score, okay, I'll rebuild you. I'll add a wrapper, rescore, block all your crap. The office sells it for $998, but I like to give it to you for half price. What I always do is I want to give you 10 times your money back to you. Can you imagine? $499, then I hand you a $5,000 cash card, 10 times of your investment back to you, all right, and a guarantee. Now, you don't have to upgrade it to be the starter package of the millionaire, but if you want to, I'll give you the bonuses for free. Yeah, I'll get you the corporation, the articles, the tax ID, and I'll put you in the classes for 90 days. See, every time you watch your favorite movie, you can say the lines before they do. Could you imagine if you go to corporate setup and you listen again and again and again, and then you get to level 1 to set up the divisions too? That's a bonus today for the $499 for you. The next thing, this one, all it does is it doubles the amount of credit. All right, so instead of $19.99 the office sells it for, again, what am I going to do? I'm going to give you half off. I'm going to give you 10 times your investment back to you in credit as I build you up. $9.99, and you get $10,000 of credit too, and you're stuck with me. You get all the pieces as well. The next one is $25,000 of credit. It's my favorite one because every one of these people, I do extra bonuses they don't know. And what happens? They get to be faster to the $1 million dream. Office sells it for about $4,000. But I like to give you $25,000 of credit. That means 10 times your investment back to you. It makes it $24.99. Pretty simple thing to do. You see, the average corporation in a stock gets about $3,000. Now you get the goodies. You're stuck with me. Won't that be fun? Zelle wire deposit. Pretty simple thing to do. So what happens today? If you get basically people to webinars with me and they get into any product at all, you get an extra $1,000 of credit to you. Oh, there's that donkey again. What are we going to do? We're going to cover our ass. There we did. Isn't that fun? Don't forget the ultimate package. That's fun. Only 25 people get in that per year anyway. From there, guess what? If you're watching me on Google, Facebook, or YouTube today, you're missing the PowerPoint in front of me. Maybe you want to go to raisewebinar.com. Get the full overview. And never bring the pain home. Now, here's what I heard at 7.5 years old. It's right in front of you. It's not legal advice. It's Chapter 18. A corporation's a legal person. Can you imagine that? It has more rights than you and me. It does. So, if we play by the rules and we get to win, guess what we get to do? Never bring the pain home again. Oh, the United States of America Incorporated? They set up the states as their line of defense because they're all states or corporations. And every state set up their line of defense too, called cities. Do you know what they did? They actually invented a bankruptcy called Chapter 9 as the backup for a backup. They planted someone wrong. Why haven't you set up your line of defense for you? Are these turned on today? This is your constitutional right. You are we the people. Oh, well. All right. Nixon took the gold standard out, gave him the key to the printing press. Whee! You know what happened? You and me, we got our SSN when we were teenagers to get the job that equaled the 1040 tax return. Now you connected the dot. Mama, she delivered a baby this morning. Yes, she did. And you know what the hospital handed her within 3 hours or less? An SSN. The baby, I guess, is going to get a job too, huh? No, what they have to do, federally mandated, when the baby's coming out after 3 hours, mama's got to sign that SSN form, or the baby can't go in the stroller in the car seat, can't go home. They got to know how much money to print. Don't you get it? SSN equals safety credit, because I said so. SS4 is corporate credit. Line of defense. Write it all off and go get the American dream. Kind of simple to do. And then you get stuck with me for 3 months. Probably a lifetime. My clients don't go away, by the way. All right? You got to stop bringing the pain home. Donald Trump could bankrupt 4 corporations in the past, so could you. Rich and famous people are cities too. They did the line of defense. It's your turn. Roll the dice and you get to play too. You get to win. Isn't that funny? Now on Saturdays, I do my 9 classes live, of course, and broadcast twice a day too, because it's only fun if they're only live. Now, at 1 o'clock on Saturdays, I do analyzations. You're stuck with me. When I tell you what you need to do, it might be do 1 or 2 things at the most. As long as you follow through, we get it all done. Now, here's Walt Disney. They filed bankruptcy 7 times in the past. Kind of like a couple of you. You know what they did recently? They got $1 billion in the bank. $1 billion! But they know how to play the game. They don't want to pay tax at all. So look at it. It's in Newsweek. You can check it out. They wrote an IOU to themselves. All right? If Mickey can do this, so can you. The bottom line is your personal credit again, safety. Now, I know online you're going to see trade line crap. That's what it is. All right? Authorized user crap. Oh, you don't need to guarantee. Why, you want a damn Staples card or something? In the beginning, I build you up. I make sure you get cash cards. 8 per division, if you allow me to. 9 lines of credit, checkbooks. Then we think about supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, gas cards too. We got to get the cash first. Cash is king and queen. It takes money to get honey. Is that correct? It's pretty simple to know. I got to make you a qualified CFO, Chief Financial Officer. You want $10,000 or $25,000? How much you want? I'd like to get you a gold card today. Would you like 9 more too? It's pretty simple. All right, you want a gold card? I'll build it all up for you. $9.99 for my time, working for you, and I'll even call you on the phone so you don't screw it up too. Zelle wire deposit today. And who do you tell? Gina. You see the rapid refresh. I love that system. Kind of like when I, worked hypothetically for witness protection years ago. And we learned how to seal records before. You see that credit repair stuff? Not mine, not late kind of crap? It always comes back. You got to seal the record. You got to do rapid rescore. You got to push it up. Bottom line is I get 820s every day for people. Again, the credit rebuilding, if that's all you want. Today, it's half price at $4.99. All right, there's your Black Friday too. Price is there we go. $4.99 and $5,000 credit back to you. An extra bonus if you want to today. We can upgrade it to the starter package for Millionaire. That means I'm going to hand you the corporation articles, Oscillus Tax ID, setup class, level 1, 2, set up the divisions for you. The only upgrade, the next one is double the credit, $9.99. From there, $24.99 for $25,000 of credit. You stuck with me and I do all the work for you. Isn't that fun? You Zelle, you wire, you deposit. When I studied Mr. Buffett's father and I studied him, this man's playing the game. It's your turn. I rolled the dice. It's your turn. Go. Let's get you to play to win too. Now, authorized users crap, so are trade lines. So we're going to rebuild you the right way and make you a qualified CFO. Again, I'm the guy that invented 113 ways to daisy chain credit. There's a reason I'm the #1 consultant worldwide. Bottom line, I've been doing this 43 years. I can turn every one of these into 99 more cards. But that's $100 million. That's too much for you. We got to do what the IRS allows us to do. We only get to write off corporate credit. So we got to do it the right way. We get to write off the card and the interest rate too. That's why we call it raise rules. 20,000 of these you're going to master. We're going to have fun next year. Oh, we got to cover our ass again. Oh, well, there it is again. Oops, we did it again. So the ultimate, good old sales. Find out if you want to play with me for 25 of you. And there's only 15 left anyway. These people have a lot of fun. But again, here's some bars. Just in case one of you think you're going to rip people off or defraud anyone, I'm the first person to testify and get you in a court of law. Here's a corporation in 3 divisions. Write down corporation, line of defense, 3 divisions. What happens if something goes wrong with a piece? We're going to do like Wells Fargo, B of A, Chase does too. Every grocery store do when they have a bad piece. We're going to do the 3-step. You ready to write it down? We're going to disconnect it, isolate it, incorporate it. If we can't save that piece, just like Wells Fargo Bank did and all the banks and grocery stores do, we're going to bankrupt the piece, write it off on our taxes, keep all the other pieces, stay in business today. We're never going to bring the pain home anyway. Why would we do that? We don't have to at all. Why did you bring the pain home last time? You didn't know how to play. So bottom line today is pretty simple. About your house, I'll probably tell you did it wrong anyway. So the ultimate goal is this. All right, when you buy a house, it should be escrow closed. Escrow, homestead escrow, put it in a trust. What breaks my heart is, as my wife says, I always feel for my clients. All right, I want to make sure I go out of my way for every one of them. The thing that scares me, if your house or your assets are not in a trust today, if somebody sues you, they take it away. If you die, it's stuck into probate. And your family got diddly squat. You should be Googling trust today. Now, let's go fix up that property and have some more fun. You're going to hire a contractor. Oh, goody. The contractor is going to hire the subcontractors that stand outside Home Depot. They're good workers. Remember I said house, car, bank account too? What they're going to do if they cut every corner they can and they slip and fall and they sue you and take all you got. Why don't you take every property and quickly deed it to a division? Why don't you do an assignment of equity too? This way they can't sue you at all. And at the end of the day, they get diddly squat. Is that okay with you? Again, I'd like you to do one thing. Google irrevocable trust today. That's one I would pick if I was you, but that's up to you too. Bottom line is, like anything else, we got to fix up that property. Now, here's the problem. I want you to remember and take this very seriously. The IRS is the rules. You must play by their rules. You cannot circumvent them ever. Okay? So the bottom line is corporations don't pay tax till they make a profit. So if you thought about doing something on the side that you already did in the past, remember, you can't play peekaboo with the IRS and make a mess. Go to irs.gov. Download the form called 656 of 433 A and B. Get your COVID-19 check. Get your butt back in the system today. You see, we're going to fix up that property today. Now, here's what we're going to do. You're going to have more divisions. We're going to go to the manufacturer. The manufacturer is going to give up to 70% plus and an open account. We don't want to pay a bill using our money. We're not going to pay anything for 30 to 60, 90 days anyway. Now, when escrow closes, it pays off all the debt. Now you got up to $200,000 left over today. Don't act like you're rich because you're not. If you've had $10,000 to $100,000 in the past and pissed it away, and some of you are broke today, listen to this, please. Write down Ray's rules. Leveraging money. Borrow money is not taxable. Set up the line of defense. Now, here's what you got to think about. When I was before my coma, my office was located in Irvine Spectrum. It was only 22,000 square feet, 2-story building. I had other buildings too, doing $1 million plus a day, helping people just like you. And what happened? I got in a coma. Kind of sucks. But you know what the bank would do every morning at 9? They'd be at the office or on the phone. Ray, what can I do for you today? See, they always kiss your assets when you got money. If you don't have a pot to piss in, they don't know your name. I'm going to teach you to leverage some money. Is that okay with you? If you listen to me, and we do this in the workshops and the leveraging and everything else in the money into millions and billions, banks borrow from the feds times 10 and loan to 5 to you. Now, if you listen carefully, that would have been 5 times. That would have been 3 million. By the way, that's borrowed money. Borrowed money is not taxable. Why don't we take 2 million of that and go get a McDonald's today? You want a Big Mac, a fry, and a chocolate shake too? See, the problem is you got to beat your own doubt. You got to run your own race. By the way, I'll hold your hand the rest of my life if you allow me to. That's up to you as well. I'm not going to show you anything that wasn't mine in the first place. I only show my goodies. The mansions, the helicopters, the yachts too. I got to get you past go because I think you're kind of stuck. God's gift, one of my mansions, one of my favorite ones. I park my race boat and my yacht in my backyard. Where you park yours again? I love the helicopter. I love the Lamborghini and the building too. Wouldn't you? Now I want you to write it down because I want you to change your driver's license. Yeah, I do. I want you to change it immediately. I don't want it to I want it to be a P.O. box or mailing address. Just think. You wrote a check the other day and they asked for your driver's license. And what did they do? You're over here. They're going to go rob your house. I mean, let's think about it. I live in Yorba Linda, and all of a sudden these family called the police and say, hey, we haven't heard from Daddy for a couple of days. Can you go check out the house, please? Sorry, Daddy passed away. The officer was so sweet that day, he went 4 times back to rob the house. What a bloodsucker. So the reality is, it doesn't matter if it's a grocery store, the bank, the police officer. You know, a lot of them are good. There's a couple bad ones too. But here's the problem. If you don't protect your ass, you're going to bring the pain home. All right? But that's up to you too. You see, we got the Schaefer Bill in California, the Driver's Privacy Protection Act too. All 49 states have something to protect you. Now, how did you buy your house and your car last? We're going to talk about the car. Remember the house, car, bank account too? I'm going to repackage your whole life. Don't you get this yet? Your whole damn life. I want you to be a billionaire. Okay? If I can make my cat a millionaire, hell, that's easy. So, you bought a car recently. Oh, goody. You let them sweat you all friggin' day. You lost $5,000, go up to 9 inquiries too. When they handed you the paper, it says, we got to run your credit. Next to your signature, you should have wrote down it allows 1 inquiry only. You should have took a picture. Now, I don't know why that you are the registered owner of your car. I don't get it. I'll never understand this. So let's understand. Those are company cars. They write it all off, so the buildings too. But today, you're a duck. You drive down that freeway and you bump someone's car. Good luck. What if you go to the grocery store or the bank and you bump someone's car, a little bumpity bump? The other person's act like they got whiplash. They're going to die. Then they're going to make your heart fall out of your chest. Driver's license, insurance, registration, please. Ha ha ha. Now you're going, oh shit. Guess what? Driver's license got your home address on it. That's not good. Are you paying the insurance on the car you're driving today? Are you really? You really? When a corporation could be paid for it and write it off too? And please don't tell me you're the registered owner. Come on, you got to be joking, right? You're the registered owner of the car you got? Oh, goody. They're going to call these bloodsucker attorneys on TV. They're going to sue you and take everything you got because you didn't listen to me. The registered owner should be a division of a corporation. The lien holders should be the corporation too. At the end of the day, they get diddly squat. Wouldn't that be better for you? Oh, there's that ass. We got to cover our ass. There we go. The line is, here's a corporation, here's 3 divisions. We set up what? All right, the division's the way I wrote it in 86, the line of defense. We don't bring the pain where? Home, ever again. You want 3 divisions today with histories and tax IDs? Let me know. I'll give you 3 of them. I'll discount it too. Give you a phone call from me so you don't screw it up at all. It's $6.99. Last chance because I'm not going to offer it after Thanksgiving at all. So the bottom line, you better Zelle wire deposit it today. It's the last time I'm going to offer it, $6.99. Now, what did I do on July 3rd, 2009? I took my yacht from my backyard. There's the address. There's the largest U-Dock too. And I said, fill it up. It was $1,600. I wrote off the car, the interest rate, and the yacht too. Why not? The next day, I'm in a coma. H1N1 too. Oh well, I made my promise. I got to come out of the coma, walk around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks, put my score back to an 820, and then I popped a $1 million card again. I don't stay down. Neither will you if you want to play, because I want to make sure I don't bring the pain home any given day. Rapid rescore, block all the crap. Rebuild everyone to an 820. Bottom line is, God's using me to help you today, keeping my promise. So I named my son and my daughter after me. When I eventually do die, hopefully 50 years from now, my legacy will live on, called the Reynolds University. That was a 22,000 square foot building right in front of you. The bottom line is, you got 15 days. You better be zelling right when we're talking right now. If not, you're going to not have the pieces in place. That building and that car, oh, that's not bad. All under tax ID. Reaching the dream. Think and be the impossible. I've done it all my life. It's called Ray's Rules, 20,000 of these. Like I said in the beginning, let me do the work for you, please. I'll get you to the workshop, the boot camps. You're stuck with me. I don't pass the buck, but I will guarantee you'll be on your $1 million dream. There's an asset again. We better cover our ass. Oh, by the way, you can trust a written guarantee or your money back. I got a 100% success rate. You just might want to play with me. Now, I know today you listen to motivation. I do it every day too, because we need the motivation. But if they're not handing you the money, at the end of the day, sorry, it ends up being blah, blah, blah. You got a story to tell too. I want to get you an 820. I'd like to get you $100,000 of credit. I'd like to give you a corporation divisions up to $1 million of credit. I want you to stop being stuck. And what's next for you is pretty simple. You're stuck with me. Could you imagine Ray's Rules, 20,000 of those you're going to master here? That way no one can ever take it away from you. The ability to understand how to play the game, not read somebody's damn story too. Like I said, I want to repackage you, your house, your car, your bank account. I want me to clone me into you. I want you to do it the right way. So the books and CDs today, it's pretty simple. It's a giveaway. Call sales, they want $9.99 for 18 books and CDs. If you Zelle $2.99, Gina will make sure it's shipped right away. Covers the shipping and handling too. There's that page. You should have took a picture already. Zelle wire deposit. That's how we get paid through COVID-19. Credit rebuilding? Okay. Today, half price, $4.99. $5,000 credit back to you. That's an extra bonus. I'll upgrade it to the main order package. Give you all the goodies too. Corporation, tax ID, all right, articles, officers list, and you get the setup class and the level 1 for the divisions too. For 90 days, you and me, we're gonna have fun. Oh, you want to upgrade it? You want 10,000 instead? It's $9.99. Oh, you want 25,000 of credit? It's $24.99. Bottom line is, you get the Zelle wire deposit, and you're still stuck with me. How did the 14th Amendment turn corporations into people? It did. Now, I love the United States of America. I really do. But everything I ever do, I read the instructions, the rules and the tools. I master it. I read it 1,000 times, and I do it again and again and again. And you know what I do after that? I do it again. I don't like to lose. So I always want to know how to play the game and beat everybody. That's half the fun. Now, the United States of America, what did they do? Pretty simple. They get to basically take care of their 50 states that are corporations. And those states set up their line of defense too. That's why it's called the cities or corporations too. And they created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy just in case. Like I said, plan on the problem. They did. You know, they set up their line of defense. Isn't it your turn? You got a choice today. Never, never have joint credit. All right, buy a house, escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow put in a trust. Corporation, never, never, never name it after you or what it does. Always have up to $1 million of credit. That's half the fun. All right, you got to set up divisions, because what happens next is pretty simple. The divisions are the ducks. All right, you got 5 houses, that's 5 divisions. In case something goes wrong, that means you have 10 liabilities. 5 loans, 5 people could slip and fall and sue you for all you got. It's kind of like franchises too, and the current business. You got to set up the line of defense. You got to master Ray's rules and tools, by the way. That's how you get to where you want to get past go and get to the million to the billion too. Now, like I told you before in the beginning, plan on the problem, plan on somebody getting in your way, knocking you down, trying to take it away. Safety credit, you learn a little bit about it today. And then you got the line of defense too. There's a lot more to learn at the workshops with me. So we can all be Humpty Dumptys, but we're going to get up again and again. We're going to be the most tenacious people on this planet today. And we got to cover our ass. There it is again. Oops, there's another one. So if you want to get into the ultimate, you might want to call sales today at 800-510-3338. It's up to you. All I know is it's 2020. You got 15 working days left. If you don't get it set up right away, you don't get the 2 years. All right, starting January 2nd, which helps you get up to 9 lines of credit too. Gonna be up to you. See, the American dream, everybody talks about it. Unless they're gonna hand you the money and the credit, I'm sorry, I don't need to hear another book or blah, blah, blah motivational crap. Because they're not handing you the tools that you really need. At the end of the day, receiving money every month, pay all your bills, drive the company car, go on a business trip, help other people, free up your time. Set up the line of defense. You've got to set up the line of defense to never bring the pain home. You've got to understand this because it's very crucial to you. All right, we've got to make sure we understand how to do this. Okay? So the bottom line is, let's understand what you get to do. You get to master Ray's rules and tools. There's 20,000 of these. The refresh program, I'm just glad God gave it to me in a vision and a dream. I get to block all the crap and push your score up, usually 200 to 300 points. 820 is the one I like the most. So everyone can get an 820 credit score. The ability. So you got credit rebuilt. Today it's half price. Instead of $9.98 for both, you get it for $4.99 and a $5,000 credit card back to you. 10 times your investment. If you want to upgrade it to the $1 million package, you get the bonuses free. All right, that means you get the articles, the office, the tax ID, 90 days of workshops with me. If you want to double the credit to $10,000 of credit, it's still 10 times back to you. It's $9.99. From there, if you want $25,000 of credit, it's $24.99, and that's 10 times back to you too. The ultimate goal is to Zelle, wire, deposit, or call the office right away. We're not going to be here very long today. We're going to be here for about 15 minutes. And if you call and the phone goes ring-a-ding-a-ding-ding, because you blew it, because you procrastinated again. Safety credit. All right, understand. Stay safe, stay strong. What's next to come? You and me. Let us always remember life is a gift from our Father in heaven. God has given us the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day and give thanks in every way. Thank you, Jesus, for one more day. 15 days left. You don't control it, neither do I. Now's the time. And if you're not zelling something, you should be on that phone right away. We're going to only be here for 15 more minutes. You got 800-510-3338. Call it right away, and at the end of the day, remember something. It's pretty simple to remember. God loves us all. Happy Thanksgiving.